Yo, 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 good morning everyone. This is Chris with Equalize Sound and Auto Repair. Today I wanted to do a discussion. I'm doing a discussion today about new is not always good. Reason why I'm doing this discussion today because I've been having problems with my lady's car, and basically the alternator malfunction in the vehicle causing the car to go into limp mode, which is usually third gear, second gear, something like that, to get you home basically. So replace the alternator with a new alternator. Well, I think it was new, but it looked like it was new. I think it was a refurbished model, but it was an AC Delco brand. The type of car that I was having problems with is a 2005 Mazda 6, the 2.3 liter engine. And basically we were having a not a battery drain, but a battery overcharge problem. The new alternator was overcharging the battery to like 17 to 18 volts, and no car should ever exceed 15 volts, or anything with a 12 volt battery should not exceed 15 volts. So car, truck, whatever, use 12 volt batteries. So basically, I'm driving the car right now after replacing 3 brand new alternators. I said 3 brand new alternators. So the first time I replaced the alternator, she drove the car probably for about an hour, got on the highway, and the car started making this burning smell. The burning smell, I guess, because the car battery light came on while she was driving, and it was causing the car to fry the battery. So I've been through 2 batteries, thank God that was under warranty, 2 batteries, 3 alternators. I'm on my 4th alternator. I'll get to my 4th alternator in a minute. But after the first alternator, we took it out, which was, the job isn't really a problem with the mechanic. It's just the having to do it over and over again. So first alternator bad, overcharging the vehicle. Second alternator, it was AC Delco brand as well. I went to Advanced Auto Parts. I don't know if all their alternators are bad for Ford and Mazda cars, but the second alternator was a brand new alternator. I confirmed that. It came brand new out the box. The third alternator, brand new out the box. So I had 3 brand new out the box alternators, and basically me having to chase this problem down of this high voltage. We got the tests done, so the alternators were reading fine. They were reading fine, but after doing my research on forums online, basically you have problems with the voltage regulator inside of the alternators on certain models. So the alternator might be brand new, but just because this person has made this alternator don't mean that it's necessarily new. Or, well, it's new, but don't mean that it's built right. So me saying new isn't always good. Right now I'm on my 4th alternator, driving the car, haven't had a problem with it. The first 2 alternators, I think I paid $172.50 with tax, and none of those worked. So currently I'm driving the car, been in the car for about 25 minutes, almost 30 minutes. Car is acting like it's supposed to, driving like it's supposed to, no problems at all. So one of the forums said to try a used alternator with the OEM part from the junkyard, or to buy a $300 some odd alternator from the dealer. So my options were to take the alternator out the car again. So I'm on alternator number 4 now. The car is acting right, no problems. And guess where I got this alternator, people? I got it from a used salvage yard, from another 2005 Mazda 6. Look at this person trying to speed around me just to get to the light. Hi, you made it to the light? All right, great. Back to what I was saying. The other car was a 2005 Mazda 6 with 110,000 miles on the vehicle they pulled it out of. $172 was the first alternator. I paid 40 bucks. Actually, not even 40 bucks. 35 plus tax, $37.50. And my vehicle, well, my wife's vehicle is running like it's supposed to, driving properly after 28 minutes now. I got my timer on. So there's no issues with this vehicle no more. We thought the computer was having issues because another problem on the forums, people were having problems with the computers in these vehicles. I'm sharing this information so those who are fellow mechanics, my guy at A1 Auto, I give him a call sometimes. We bounce back and forth for information on trying to get each other's vehicles fixed. If we run into something that's strange, he couldn't help me this time. So I was on my own. So it was either trying to use alternator or buying a new one for $300. Nobody wants to pay $300 for a brand new alternator unless they got to. So we went and got a used one. Took the money, got the money back. So saved $130. Car's acting like it's supposed to, driving like it's supposed to. Pushing up on 30 minutes driving now. Usually the battery light was coming on with the 3 alternators within 5 to 10 minutes. So within 5 to 10 minutes of you driving the car was basically overcharging. The alternator was overcharging the battery, so it fried the battery because of the overcharging problem. The overcharging was also causing the car to go into limp mode to where the transmission would not cooperate or act right. There was no information online saying what is actually the problem. The problem is the alternator must come from the dealer for Mazda 2005, Mazda 6. I don't know about the other Mazdas, but if it has a 2.3 liter motor, whatever car has a 2.3 liter motor, if your alternator goes out, get you a used one. I don't know about AutoZone. I don't know about Napa, but I know they sell AC Delco products. But I'm giving this information freely, so if you run into this problem with your 2005 Mazda 6, you don't go through basically 2 weeks of, maybe 2 weeks to a month of issues, of problems, trying to figure out this problem. I replaced all the major ground wiring, all the power wiring from the alternator to the battery to the fuse box. I replaced every wire possible that had to do with the charging system, alternator, starter, battery. Even cleaned all the corrosive parts that were on these things to eliminate any problems. You know, usually a pinched wire or a corroded wire can lead to high voltage as well. But all these problems I had with the vehicle boiled down to a bad alternator. So if you have this same vehicle, I'm just giving free information today because I could not find it online at all, nowhere. And this is out of trial and error. The car is set for 2 weeks. We went on vacation, came back, got started on it again, and boom, used alternator. Car's fixed. So my point today is new isn't always good. Even if it's off the showroom floor, that guy or gal could have been tired that day, or whoever was making the alternator could have had a late night or some stressful things on their mind that caused them to forget something or do something odd or wrong to the alternator while they're repairing them or making them. So would have loved to have bought a brand new alternator, but I didn't want to risk the cost of the alternator and it not be the issue, because the other issue was possibly the voltage regulator output in the computer. But I kind of weaned that out of the problem because the computer was still reading voltage. So whether it was high voltage or low voltage, if there was a problem with the computer and it was fried, it wouldn't read any voltage at all, or the car wouldn't even get a crank because the computer is fried. So I weaned that out. The computer wasn't fried, all the wires and everything. I'm still talking. I know I gave you the information already, but I'm still talking because this was a stressful thing. So after replacing everything on the car, basically to do with the charging system, new battery, new alternator, well, used alternator now, and it's better than new one. So, but all these things that I had to replace and trial and error on being frustrated and having to stop and come back. I thank God for the persistency of myself keeping up, trying to figure out this problem. So we're about 36 minutes in right now. Car is still driving and acting like it's supposed to. Sorry if I'm not looking at the camera every time because I am driving, but yeah, no problems with the car. I done did probably about 5 miles in the car. I'm about to jump on the highway and get up to the 50, 60 miles an hour and test it out real quick. And hopefully everything is good. But the car was basically, this was the last straw, you know. Either getting another computer or, you know, trying to use alternator. So that was the only thing I seen online that was, you know, a OEM part. Used alternator or a brand new one. So you do the math. You want to risk or, you know, jeopardize a 50-50 on $300 and be my guest, get you a new one. But I'd rather spend 40 just to see if it's the issue, and if I want to, go back and get me a brand new alternator. But this case, the car had low miles on it that we got this alternator from. I'm on the highway, I'm doing 60 miles an hour. Car has no issues at all, driving smoother than a bumblebee flying through the air right now. So I'm kind of happy. I've been happy since yesterday, since I fixed this thing and didn't have any problems with it. But shifting through the gears properly, 1 through 4 so far, no problem. I'm not going to push it to 5th gear because I don't want to get up, do 80 or get a ticket or anything. But long story short, voltage regulator in the alternators, AC Delco. Do not get an AC Delco alternator for your Mazda 2005 or 2.3 liter engine Mazda. Mazda is a Ford engine. Ford is Mazda. They merged a long time ago. So don't get it. Get a brand new one from the OEM, from the factory, or get you a used one like I did and see if that helps the problem. I don't know if you got money to blow. I don't. But if I did, I still would have got the used one because it's just common sense. So I hope everybody that's watching this video or needs to watch this video has a problem with voltage or high voltage or anything with their Mazdas, check into that issue. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks for the likes or whoever else is watching. And I think the car is fixed. I'm pushing up on 35 minutes now, getting off the highway, and I can give it back to my wife now, and she'll be happy to have her car back because she's been having to use our other one that we've been having for a long time. It's a Soldier too. It's a 2002 Dodge Caravan. Has 265,000 miles on it. We've drove it to Florida. We drove it to Atlanta. Actually, we just drove it to Atlanta last week. So yeah, as long as you take care of the vehicles and keep up on, you know, your maintenance on them, you know, that's something that I try to make sure. Maintenance on the vehicle, maintenance on the tires, anything that's got to do with it, you driving it, it's yours. It's a part of you. It gets you from A to B. You know, it gets you to buy the things that you need to buy. You know, it gets you to your job to take care of your family. So why not take care of it? Why not check out on certain things that may be bad or not? So, you know, at least you'll understand that it is your car. So if you like clothes, you like shoes, you like food, take care of your car to get you to those things. Because you got to go. You know, don't wait till the last minute and then the car is fried and then you're like, oh man, I need to fix my car. And then you got 80 things wrong with it versus you could have just been slow rolling, you know, every couple of weeks get something done to it, you know. Skip out on your nails getting done. Skip out on that new tool you want for a minute to fix the proper thing that's wrong with the car, you know. So I thank you guys for watching. This is Chris with Equalized Sound and Auto Repair. And this 2005 Mazda 6 is fixed. No more voltage problems. I'm going to say it's fixed. I done drove it for 40 minutes now, headed back home to park it. So this problem is fixed. Out of all the problems that I had, this could have been a $1,000 repair, from the alternator being $300 and then a mechanic at the shop. So, you know, and the labor, you know, the labor is going to cost between $200 and $300. You know, they automatically charge you $60 or $65 to just do an inspection, a diagnostic on a thing. So all the troubleshooting and stuff I had to do, yeah, it would have been, you know, $600 to maybe $1,000, and it's an electrical problem. If you have electrical problems with your vehicles, that is a very costly thing. it costs a lot for electrical problems because they're hard to find. So if this helped you out, I hope it did. Everyone that's watching or have watched, have a nice day. And I love people, I love the world. So I'm sharing this information freely. Equalized Sound and Auto Repair, 2005 Mazda 6 is fixed. Thank you for watching.